Now, when you look at this, say, okay, the tribulation is divided. So let's go look at the tribulation itself. So the tribulation has two. I'm going to do a new screen here. So when we look at the tribulation as a whole, so we look at tribulation, and we know that is 7 years. All right. In the first 3.5 years, we know it's going to be peace, right, with the white horse. And then there's going to come war. Then there's going to come peace, war, famine. And then there's going to come death. Okay? We know that's coming in the first 3.5 years. This is years. So this is red. This is black. And this is pale. So all these things are coming in the first 3.5 years. And then God's going to have some natural these are going to be natural, I'm going to say events, but they're actually disasters, right? All right. So these are the things that are going to happen. So you got seal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you got a 7th seal. Okay. So let's go look. So the first seal is this one right here. So this is seal number 1. This is seal number 2. This is seal number 3. This is seal number 4. Okay. Now let's go look at seal number 5. Well, let's see what happens in seal number 5. Right here. Okay. So we see what happens in seal number 4. Now, when we get to seal number 5, what's going to happen? Christianity is going to be outlawed. If they could do it today, friends, they would outlaw Christianity in a heartbeat. So Christianity is going to be outlawed. And because it's outlawed around the world, this is what's going to happen. This is the 5th seal. So when the 5th seal is open, what do we see? We see that the Antichrist is now persecuting the believers. These are people who are in the tribulation and they're being killed. Their head are being chopped off because they believe in Jesus Christ. All right. And they come up to heaven, but they're not given their bodies at this time. And they cry with a loud voice, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth?" See, now they are praying that God judge people. You say, well, that ain't right. Oh, it's right to these people. Why? Because they now are perfect. And their cry is perfect. Why? Because they are in heaven. They're no longer in the earth. They don't have this earthly, fleshly desire. If I prayed that prayer today, God says, no, Kevin, you are not to pray that way. Today, while I'm on the earth, I am to pray that God save everybody. Will he save everybody? Of course not. We all know that. But I'm to love my enemies. Love them in what way? Love him in the fact that that I pray God save him and not condemn him to hell. Why? Because I deserve hell more than most people that's going to be there. Probably more than everybody except Satan. So, would it be right and righteous for me to pray right now to God and say, hey, God, judge those people who have injured your church. No, it wouldn't be right. But once I get to heaven and I'm in perfect alignment with God and I have all of his perfection and I'm not doing it out of revenge and vengeance, then I can pray something like that. But today God says, don't. For you and I, if we're alive here on the earth. All right. And he told them to rest a little while. He gave them white robes and all this good stuff, right? And there are other believers who's going to be killed just like them. And then we see the sixth seal where God does something. There's this huge earthquake and the sky receded. People are hiding and screaming for their lives. But there's something else that happened right at the beginning of this before the Antichrist shows up. Chapter 7 shows us what God did. How did these people in this fifth seal come to Christ when the church is gone? Who's going around witnessing to them? Chapter 7 tells us exactly who's going around witnessing to them. And here are the priests that God got from Israel. Listen to God. After these, I seen four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, north, south, east, west, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or on any tree. So you say, what are these winds? Friends, this is judgment. Judgment coming from every corner of the earth. All right. Then I saw another angel ascend. You say, well, how in the world you come up with judgment out of that? Go look up the word winds in all the Bible and see how many times the Bible talks about judgment related to winds, and then you see exactly where I got it from. Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal. So there's an angel that has the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth. You see, what are they doing with the winds? They are getting ready to harm the earth with the winds. That's why I tell you that it's judgment. And the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. So God is now at the beginning of the tribulation, at the beginning of the 7 years. So let's go look at a chart right quick. Right here. Let's just draw this out. So let's say this is 7 years, right? So here's the start and here's the finish. So here's 7 and we're starting at 1. So at the very beginning, at this spot right here, that's the seal of God's witnesses. That's taking place. Okay? So it takes place in year 1. These years right here. All right. So in year 1, at the very beginning, God does something. God turns around and he seals some people. I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of all what? Of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, folks, please, there's no secret hidden meaning to this. God spoke plainly. They are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And I know some are already saying the people in Israel don't even know what tribe they belong to today. What does that have to do with this? Do you think God knows what tribe they belong to? Yes, he does. Not only does he know, he's going around sealing them to prove that he knows. And he's coming from where? In case somebody want to say, oh no, this is some tribes out of Africa, out of America, out of Australia. These are the Aborigines. No, no. They're Jews. Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, Benjamin. Come on, folks. These are children of Jacob, along with one of Joseph's sons, Manasseh. Folks, listen. These are Israelites. These are Jews. That's what it says. Now, that's a simile. You don't believe this? I can show you. Well, let's see what they do, and I'm going to show you about this. Let's go. Look, there's a seal that happened in the people of Israel. It happened already before. Watch this. This has already taken place, and God gave us an example of exactly how it was going to happen. Right here. This is Ezekiel chapter 9. The exact same thing, friends, of how God went about doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Listen to this. Then God did something. What did God do? God called out into my hearing, this is Ezekiel talking, with a loud voice saying, let those who have charge over the city. What city? Jerusalem. So God has several angels that he has given responsibility of taking care of the city of Jerusalem. Boy, they're not doing a good job. Yes, they are. You know how many cities that do not exist after they were destroyed once? Jerusalem was destroyed 7 times. Yet, I mean scraped, friends. Yet, it still exists. Each with a deadly weapon in his hand. So there's some angels drawing near with a weapon in his hand. 6 men came from the direction of the upper gate, which faces the north. The upper gate of the temple in Jerusalem faces the north, each with his battle axe or his weapon in his hand. One man among them. So that's one among the 6. He does something. He has clothes with linen, had a writer's inkhorn. So he was not dressed for battle. The other 5 was dressed for battle. At his side, they went in and stood beside the bronze altar. See, the bronze altar, what in the world is that? Let's go look at the bronze altar. What is that? Another picture somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna just use this one. Okay, friends. Oh, right here. This is a better one. This is the bronze altar. Now, obviously, in the temple, when God says the bronze altar, this is where they were doing the sacrifice, the burnt offerings. Okay, so when they came and stood by, they came by the bronze altar. So when you look at this picture, the bronze altar would be right here. You see this altar? You probably can't see it because it's small, but that's what it would be. And when you start looking at the, whether the upper gate and all here's all the different gates. I don't get time to explain that right now, but it sort of give you a picture of what that is. So when you say they came to the temple, so where was Ezekiel? Ezekiel was over in Jerusalem. He was in Jerusalem. Let me blow it up a little bit. Here's your bronze altar right here, right? So when Ezekiel seen this scene, what did he see? He was standing right here with these 6 angels and hearing the voice of the Lord. And 5 of these stood right here. All right. Now, when we look at this, let's see what he says. Now, the glory of the God of Israel had gone up from the cherub, which was in the Holy of Holies, where it had been, to the threshold of the temple. Okay. Here's a visual. Look, so what is he saying? What he's saying is God, the Holy of Holies was back here, right? So it was back here, and there's an altar right here. So what he's saying is God would hover right here above the ark as a flame above, excuse me, the two cherubims. So what he said was God then lifted up and came to the threshold that is the front part of the holy place. That's what he did. Moving toward the east, which is this way. All right, that's what he's talking about.